NBA G League affiliate of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm Chris McKee, joined by Drew Ebanks. Raptors 905. We're getting ready to start here one moment. Wearing a bit of a different vibe shirt today. All black with red trim. Really cool logo on these Raptors 905. It's black shorts, black socks, black jerseys, and the
Black History Month.
Oh, that's right.
Jersey.
Bingo. There we go. And then, of course, the Cleveland Charge wearing traditional Cleveland Cavaliers jerseys. White with the burgundy and some yellow trim. So starting for the 905, Frank Kaminsky, A.J. Lawson, Eugene Omoruyi, Evan Gilliard, and Jared Rhoden. Starting for the Cleveland Charge, number 44, Farron Hunt. Number 7, Elijah Hughes. 10, Darius Brown. 22, Pete Nance. 35, Naquan Tomlin. And 44, Farron Hunt. Drew, you ready for this one?
I'm ready, man. Big time. Sorry, my voice is a little bit light today. The last little while, I've been celebrating the Philadelphia Eagles' second Super Bowl. So my voice is a little bit hoarse. But man, looking forward to this. It's a screaming affair whenever there's a day game for either the Raptors or the 905. And good to see the two Canadians up in the mix. Eugene Omoruyi and A.J. Lawson in the starting lineup.
Well, this won't help your voice one bit. Omoruyi takes the initial tip-off spin move around over top of his defender. Oh, what a way to start the game, Eugene Omoruyi.
He scores within 8 seconds of the tip-off.
Lovely
Rexdale native.
Spin move around the defender, and it goes. Oh, Darius Brown pulls up for 3 from the left side of the arc. Hits rim, doesn't drop, and Kaminsky with the rebound. Jared Rhoden back the other way.
905 looking to get off to a quick start here with the energy in the building on a high.
Evan Gilliard, left-handed point guard, pulls up, gives it to Kaminsky. He's double-teamed, throws it out to Omoruyi. Shot clock at 5. A.J. Lawson from the left side of the arc, hits rim, doesn't go. And Cleveland back the other way.
Little two-man game there between Omoruyi. Laid off to Lawson. He couldn't make that one go.
Well, Darius Brown, far corner, looking for space. As you can hear, the crowd absolutely raucous here in the Fine Food Center. And knocked out of bounds, turnover, so the crowd already coming into play. Raptors 905 ball.
They couldn't hear nothing there, and it went off the Cleveland player's leg at the end. Looked like a little bit of contact there. 905, no call, referees play on.
Well, Gilliard brings the ball over, hands it off to Rhoden. The torrid pace to start. Rhoden pulls up around the free throw line. Kaminsky thought about the 3, drives the lane. Frank with a little running floater, and it drops 4-0, 905. 10:40 to go, opening quarter.
You can hear the crowd. They're into it. The kids are rolling right now, and the kids on the court rolling as well.
Naquan Tomlin hands it off for Farron Hunt. Hunt for 3, bang! Left side of the arc, Farron Hunt makes it 4-3 now, 905 lead.
Even if you're in high school, if you have a wide open shot like that, you'll make it.
And Jared Rhoden back the other way, doesn't drop, and Cleveland races the floor. Tomlin overside to Elijah Hughes, quick trigger, bingo! Back-to-back 3s for Cleveland, and it's now 6-4 for the visitors. 10 minutes to go, opening quarter.
Omoruyi a little bit late there on the closeout. He banged it right over top of him for the basket.
And stolen, a bad pass by Kaminsky. Get your phones out, wide open dunk. Oh my goodness. Windmill, tomahawk, Naquan Tomlin. That was ridiculous. And he sprints back on defense. Gotta love it, Drew.
Well, at first he was posing, and he's like, you know what? Coach ain't gonna like this. I need to get back.
That was just some kind of dunk. Lawson back the other way. Euro step around the defender. No. And then Lawson knocks it out of bounds.
AJ, nice little drive there. Tried to do the scoop layup with the left hand. Ball rolled out. Here comes the Cavaliers.
8-4. Cleveland Charge. Elijah Hughes.
Cavaliers.
Yeah, no, I will a couple times. Don't worry about it. Darius Brown gets the rebounds. Cleveland regroups. Farron Hunt, left side of the court for 3, and Frisch, back-to-back 3s for Farron Hunt, and out of nowhere, Cleveland just red hot, 11-4, 9:14 to go, opening quarter.
Wow, it looked like the 905 were the ones that were going to come out barnstorming. They made a couple shots, have missed everything since, and they're down 7, Chris, with still 9:14 left in the first quarter. The Charge have charged up for this game.
Well, obviously, the Cavaliers, their parent club, one of the top teams in the NBA, which usually means their G League affiliate's pretty good because they've got guys who probably should be in the NBA that aren't because of how good the parent club is.
Right. Yeah, that's always the dilemma. Same thing with the 905 over the years. I mean, the year they won it, they had guys coming down, Pascal, Freddie, all those guys were kind of back and forth, Norm as well. So it's a luxury to have, but the fact that I believe every team now in the G League has an affiliate NBA team, that's great because now you don't have to worry about, I have a player playing on our G League team, but we don't have rights to him, or you know what I mean? So it's really good now, the way they're moving players back and forth.
Well, a bit of bittersweet news this week with the announcement that Jamison Battle has signed a full contract with the Toronto Raptors. So we won't be seeing him in this building, but you will be seeing him on TSN and Sportsnet because he's now with the parent club. And Drew, we've been talking about it for weeks with him. Guys leading the G League in 3-point percentage. And don't you think the Raptors could use this guy?
You know what's crazy? We talked about it. I was talking to someone last night and I mentioned his name. His shooting ability is so incredible. Not even a normal shooter. He can catch it on the run and hit it, especially if you hook him up on this left side, kind of 45 to the rim. So congratulations on Battle. Again, I tell the young players, Chris, shooting is everything now in the game. All 5 positions need to be able to shoot.
Yeah, Jamison Battle, as good as it gets, and I've been saying for months, I'm like, this guy's too good for this league, and now he finally is too good for this league because he's got a full NBA contract. He was on a 2-way, now it's a full NBA deal.
Well, our organization, the Toronto Raptors, they know talent, and they have picked some really nice draft picks and signings over the last couple of years.
Oh, what a bounce pass, backdoor cut, Jared Rhoden, 2-hand flush, puts it down, it's 11-6, 8:45 to go, opening quarter. Cleveland in the lead right now.
He's another guy, too, Rhoden, that's going to have a chance at some point to be a full-time NBAer.
Well, he's shooting about 46% from 3 as well and should get the call at least before the season. Stolen by Rhoden, but he can't keep it in. Knocked out of bounds. Still be Cleveland ball on the far side of the court.
That's where he's going to make his mark. When he shows and puts the effort on defense like that, then NBA coaches and GMs are going to recognize what he can do on the offensive end. You got to play 2 ways out here, folks.
Well, Farron Hunt inbounds. Farron, number 4 in the G League in minutes. This guy averaging 37 minutes per game, so expect to see a lot of him. Speaking of a lot of him, Darius Brown II, another 3 for Cleveland. This one dead center. 14-6. Sorry, yeah.
Do these guys miss?
Yeah, they haven't missed it about 5 attempts. 14-6 Cleveland leads. About 8 minutes to go. Eugene's pinned in the corner. Gets it to Kaminsky. Lawson, 1 extra pass. Jared Rhoden, left corner 3. No. Cleveland back the other way. Now, the only good thing is we probably both will say Cavaliers, but at least it's Cleveland. Because how many times when we got the other teams here, we say, oh, New York, when it's Westchester, and so at least we can just say Cleveland.
Say Cleveland. Yeah. Leave it at that.
Rhoden wide open and it's blocked. What a block by Hughes. Comes flying out of nowhere, but Rhoden gets it back and then drives the lane with a right-handed lay-in for Rhoden. 14-8, 9:05 trail.
Great decision after the block. Picked up the loose ball and went right to the hoop, attacking Brown II.
Well, Cleveland going left to right on your radio dial, and Evan Gilliard with a block. You don't see a guy 6 feet tall get too many blocks, but he did. Omaruri back the other way, no. 9:05 going right to left on your radio dial. Kaminsky for 3, pump fake, no. Drives the lane, and it's blocked by Nance, but the follow from Omaruri. Frank wanted a poster, but didn't get it.
Frank was moving slower than molasses on that play. No wonder he got blocked, but I like the attempt.
Well, to quote Juvenile, slow motion, baby, slow motion. That's what Frank looked like there.
Oh, my goodness. You can see that block coming, but hey, I love the attempt. 9:05 back in his. Omarui right there. Johnny on the spot, picks it up. He's hard to stop when he's that low. His body, he's got such a wide body, really hard to defend. Gurdier, other Canadian in the building right now. And also, this weekend is going to be a special weekend for AJ also. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that.
G League All-Star Weekend, the NBA All-Star Weekend. And so, 3 substitutions. Ulrich Shamshay just came in. Quincy Guerrier, as Drew just mentioned. And Charlie Brown Jr. Guerrier drives in. It's blocked by Tomlin. Cleveland back the other way. So Shamshay was with the Raptors last night in Philly.
I saw that and I thought of Chris.
He played well. And so, yeah.
And they're both Cameroonian. Yeah. So that was incredible to see. Yeah.
So Shamshay, late overnight flight, and then a block already swallowing up defenders, but then Cleveland gets the rebound. No, miss on their three. Quincy leaves the ball for Gilliard, brings it over half court, goes to his favored left hand, kicks it to Roden. Charlie Brown, one extra pass, swish. Far side, right corner three for Charlie Brown, and it's 14-13. Cleveland just leads by one.
You can't tell me Charlie Brown and A.J. Lawson don't look alike.
Pete Nance, and another three for Cleveland. They just don't miss. 17-13. That one dead center from behind the arc.
My goodness, they are sizzling right now. The good thing for the 905 is they can't continue to shoot like this.
Quincy Guerrier missed on a three on the far right corner. And now Cleveland back the other way. Darius Brown, the second bounce pass into Farron Hunt. And then he blows by Shamshay with a two-handed dunk. 19-13 Cleveland.
Man, you turn your eyes, Chris, for a split second, and guys are gone down, right down the pike for the big slam.
What a game. Gilliard. And then, oh my goodness, a big-time block. Naquan Tomlin on Gilliard. Gilliard gets the ball back, left corner three, no. And then Shamshay can't follow. Just lost a handle on it, and a wide open, another get your phones out. Farron with a two-handed flush for Hunt. 21-13.
Missed shots there. Come on, Shamshay, you got to come up with that ball and really grab it and go up strong. Nobody back for the 905. Their transition defense is horrible right now.
Well, it's not Dre Day. It's school day here at the Paramount 5 Food Center. 11 a.m. tip-off. We are live, folks. This is not a replay.
I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the Kendrick performance at the bowl as well.
Of course. Shamshay. And he missed a dunk from about 6 inches away from the rim. So we know we can play defense. Offense, not yet. Not yet. Jared Roden, wide open three, misses, but it comes back to Gilliard. Charlie Brown, far side right corner three, no. Rebound pops right to Roden's hands. Gilliard will try it this time. No, pump fake. And hands it to Shamshay, who a little 3-foot jump shot, and it drops for Shamshay.
I like that. That's a tough shot to handle from the point guard. Little floater gets it to go. Shamshay improving every single day.
21-15, 4:29 to go opening quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Just coming out of a timeout. Cleveland charge the visitors lead 21-15, 4:29 to go. We got about 30 seconds here before tip-off, so let's get it out of the way, Drew. Philadelphia Eagles, your Eagles, Super Bowl champs. Let's get the gloating out of the way.
Man, I'm telling you, honestly, Chris, with Mahomes on the other side going into the game, I thought, hey, if we keep it close and sneak out a win at the end, I'd be happy. To see that blowout, I had nobody, had any inkling that would have happened. Remember, our defense has 6 guys from the Georgia championship team.
Yeah.
Our defense is crazy. Jalen Carter dropped in the draft. We picked him up. Our GM, our president, everybody, owner, great organization. So happy. 2nd Super Bowl, 3rd NFL championship. We had the NFL championship back in, the 60s, 2 Super Bowls. And
all right, cut his mic.
Talk dynasty, all you want about Mahomes, we got the next dynasty coming up. Watch out.
I'm telling Money, our producer, to cut his mic finally. Well, while Drew was on his rampage,
love you guys.
Pete Nance went to the ground pretty hard. Guerrier, I don't think Guerrier even fouled him. Nance just went to the ground. He's just getting up really slow.
Good actor.
He's walking gingerly, because I think he went on his tailbone. I think it doesn't look like an injury, just more like one of those things that'll bruise. But Pete Nance, son of the great Larry Nance, of course, at the free throw line. Dad, Larry, 3-time NBA All-Star and the 1984 NBA Slam Dunk champion.
That was a big-time dunk off. Oh, and also Jalen Hurts. Shout out Jalen Hurts. MVP. Nobody gave him no props. Nobody gave him no love.
And then Nance is hurt, so he just literally grabbed Kennedy Chandler, who just entered the game, fouled him because he wants to go to the bench. And I think he'll be all right. He's just kind of limping, took a little knock. That's one of those tailbone ones that stings.
Gonna feel that in a couple days.
So who just entered the game? Well, we got Amoni Bates in the game. This guy, we'll get into him, just one of the most bizarre paths to the NBA of anyone, from big-time, National High School Player of the Year to almost forgotten And here he is in the G League. He's played a couple games with Cleveland this year. Charlie Brown drives. It can't go. Shamshay gets the rebound, and Ulrich is fouled. And who also entered the game? Sorry, Gabe Osabuyen, the Canadian, one of Toronto's finest. So another Canadian, this one on the Cleveland Charge. So nice to see Gabe getting some minutes here on home soil.
Number 3, Gabe, very familiar with him. Haven't seen him in a minute. Hopefully I can hail him up after the game. My goodness.
I got an interview set already.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
amazing. Good. Yeah. West Virginia, man.
Yeah.
He played for a tough coach for a while there. You know who
Bob
we're talking
Huggins.
about.
Yeah.
And look at Gabe's body. I mean, he's pretty much been like that for a long time.
Former Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, Osabuyen. That's what he's known for, his defense. Not much of a scorer. And then, speaking of defense, nice Chandler just ripped out of the hands of Elijah Hughes, and now Kennedy Chandler back the other way. Hands it off to A.J. Lawson. Wide open three from the right side of the arc. A.J. bang. It's 21-20. Cleveland leads. 3:35 to go opening quarter.
I was about to say, got it, because I knew that was going down. I didn't even have to say anything.
Lawson averaging 21.5 points is just money. Having a great season in the G League.
On his way to San Francisco.
Well, I mentioned AJ will be a part of NBA All-Star Weekends, the G League Showcase.
Yeah, that's going to be quite an experience.
Chandler has his pocket picked by Osabuyen, and an easy lay-in for Cleveland. That's London Johnson, the youngster. We did London's game a couple weeks ago when he was with the Maine Celtics. Got cut by Maine, and here he is. Just got picked up a couple weeks ago by Cleveland. Shamshay, right-handed skyhook, doesn't go. Goes to Quincy Guerrier, and then Quincy hammered inside the paint by Amoni Bates. Quincy will shoot some free throws.
Life changes pretty fast in the G League and in the NBA, as we saw at trade deadline as well in the league. As you mentioned, Guerrier mucking up inside. I like the activity from him. I like the activity from Shamshay inside. Guerrier, it looked like they weren't even going to call that, which was crazy because they were draped all over him, and Guerrier is going to be rewarded at the free throw line.
Quincy, well-traveled in his college career. Played at Syracuse, Oregon, and Illinois. At least he's got good taste in programs. Like, no mid-major nonsense here, Quincy, only the Blue Bloods.
Out of Quebec, that's impressive, man. Out of anywhere in Canada to be playing for those high major blue chip programs, as you said.
Osabuyen hands it off to Johnson. Now Amoni Bates deep three. Oh, off the back of the rim. Doesn't go. You see Bates' size, man.
I'm just saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he's that long.
And there's AJ, drives the lane, and then this time he's fouled. It looked like Osabuyen maybe going to get called with it.
905 have the formula. They have the juice right now. They understand this Cleveland team is not quick, not fleet-footed, and they're attacking them. I love to see this.
Well, Lawson to the free throw line. Lawson, of course, spent some time in the CEBL as well. So did Gabe Osabuyen. Right. Two CEBL alum on the floor right now.
Lawson, Guelph was with Guelph for a while. They're now in Calgary, headed up by Shane James of the CYBL Youth League, Canada Elite. Yeah, Shane James running things out west. Shout out to my man Ruggsy Montana as well. Ruggsy.
Darius Brown missed on his three, and it hit the back of the rim, then bounced on the top of the backboard twice, and then finally dropped back into play. Wow. 905 race the other way, right to left on your radio dial. A.J. Lawson.
Foul.
A.J. fouled again as he was driving.
I think this charge team refuses to get low and play defense. They're all standing vertically, and they're racking up the fouls in the favor of the 905.
Well, 23-22, Cleveland lead. 2:13 to go opening quarter. Cleveland just absolutely on fire, red hot from behind the arc. They're probably shooting about 65%. We don't have the stats just yet. We'll take a look.
Now. Yep. I'm going to check those live Ebanks stats.
Lawson hits the free throw, and now the 905 back in front by one. 24-23, 2:10 to go opening quarter. Cleveland left to right on your radio dial, bringing it up. Darius Brown, guarded by Tyreek Key, seeing his first action. Omarui back out there as well for the 905. Amoni Bates goes to his left hand, pauses, hands it off to London Johnson. And Cleveland with 3 on the shot clock. They're going to recognize Brown does, puts it up, and it's an air ball. That was a bad possession for Cleveland.
Great defense there at the end by Key with the hand up, forces the air ball on that shot. 905 have got back into this game because of their defense and hustle. They got to continue to do that. No lapses on defense. That's how they've been winning the last few weeks.
Kennedy Chandler hands it off to Lawson. Chandler gives Gilliard a break at the point position. And AJ up and around, and then swallowed up by Osaboyan. Man, this guy's defense is next level. One Canadian to the other.
He doesn't care where he's from. He's blocking him on the drive. Lucky for the 905, they retain possession. But again, you love to see AJ get into the tin and playing really aggressive. When you're aggressive at any level, you get rewarded eventually by the refs.
You know, I covered Gabe's entire college career and never obviously watched him on TV, 100 times. And it's nice to see him in person. You see, wow, man, that defense is just different when you see it up close.
It's real, man. Shout out Coach Rowe. He used to be with Grassroots way back when he first started playing. And always a nice young man. You go up to him, hey, can I get a picture? Can I get an interview? Always been good. I haven't seen Gabe since he's pretty much gone down to West V. I haven't been able to go down there and watch a game. But man, you can see he's been working out. His thighs are huge. His arms, his shoulders are huge as well.
Yeah, great size from Osaboyan. Well, 9:05 back to it. 5 on the shot clock. Kaminsky, 3 to Omarui. He's going to get it up, and he just tosses it up. And they're saying, no, he didn't get it. Shot clock expired. And so from one bad possession by Cleveland, the Raptors 905 have an even worse possession back the other way.
Yeah, it's tough, man. The defense there by Osabuyan, as we talked about on Omarui, was incredible.
Well, coming up on 1 minute to go, opening quarter, 905 lead, 24-23. Cleveland. There's Osaboyan, guarded by Chandler. Amoni Bates, far side corner 3, no. Bates a little cold starting off, 0 for 2 from behind the arc.
Bates looks to be about 6'9". My goodness.
Yeah, he's just got fantastic size and length. What do they got him listed at? The 6'8", yeah.
Yeah, well, 6'9" they got him at.
Oh, really? Yeah, I might.
Yeah, he has
on the G, I got it from the official site, but that's their game thing. Yeah, I would go 6'9" more than 6'8".
I must have been sleeping. I thought Imani Bates was like a 6'6" guard. I mean, he could play big man down there at that height.
Positionless basketball, Drew. That's why a lot of people, clamoring after this guy.
Yeah, you just got to get it together, fully all around. And there, he shoved Eugene off the block right in front of the referees. Of course they're going to call it, and he gets subbed out of the game. It's that attitude, too. You got to have a good, positive attitude out here.
905 lead, 26-23, 35 seconds to go. Cleveland with the ball. Darius Brown in the corner. Tomlin off the mark on his 3, and it goes to A.J. Lawson. He races up the floor. Omarui bounce pass to Kennedy Chandler. Chandler weaves under the net, pulls up, and then misses a short jump shot. 20 seconds to go. Cleveland back the other way. Farron Hunt slows things down, and Cleveland will hold for the last shot of the quarter. Darius Brown holding the ball at the center circle, right on that Raptors 905 logo. He's guarded by A.J. Lawson. 7 seconds left. 6, 5. Bounce pass. Tomlin up and under, and then Osaboyan can't get it to go. Kaminsky heaves it. Oh, that wasn't a bad attempt by Frank. It hit the back of the rim at least. Anyway. Well, good first quarter for both teams. Really entertaining. 905 lead, 26-23. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Well, welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. We are live at the Paramount Fine Food Center. It's a school day game. Raptors 905 lead the Cleveland Charge 26-23. Chris McKee joined by Drew Ebanks and our producer Money over to the far right. A frigid afternoon or morning here. Is it afternoon? Yeah, it was still morning. Still frigid morning here in Southern Ontario. And of course, we're all bracing for another major snowfall later this evening. So whatever you got to get done, get it done today. Because tonight you want to sit at home and stay the hell out of the way.
Yeah, I heard about it. I got some things to do today. I'd love to also go check out William Academy taking on Ridley. It's senior night.
That's out in Coburg, though, isn't it?
I know.
I was looking. That's a bit of a drive,
yeah,
bro.
It's going to be.
You're going to go out in the snow?
No, I don't think. Maybe the game will be canceled.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's just not. Because those Ridley guys got to go from St. Catharines up to Coburg. That's not safe. Cleveland with the follow. Naquan Tomlin. They had about 3 cracks at it between him and Farron Hunt. And Tomlin finally cleans up the mess. A little short jumper from about 3 feet. Goes. For the first time today, we're seeing number 8, Zaire Smith for Cleveland. He's guarding Evan Gilliard. Omarui, and that ball just flushed around the rim and finally dropped. 28-25, 9:05 lead.
Oh, that's food for Omarui down low against what? Brown? That's automatic.
Well, Darius Brown, guarded by Kaminsky, nowhere to go. Hands it off to Tomlin. Hughes. Farron Hunt in the corner, puts it on the ground, and then blows past his defender. And again, 3 cracks at it for Farron Hunt, and he comes away with the rebound.
But, great recovery by Roden. It looked like he was beat, and he stayed with it and got his hand up to kind of make the shot tough.
Darius Brown bounce pass over to Elijah Hughes on the far side, swish, and Cleveland again from behind the arc, and we're tied at 28, 10:40 to go in the half.
Brown Jr.'s in no man's land there. Either you got to help and double, or you got to stick with your man who's a good three-point shooter and got, punished there for that lack of defensive concentration.
Well, a little Pharrell Williams with some Daft Punk, and then Frank Kaminsky gets called with an illegal screen.
Wow. I didn't even see anything on that.
Me
play.
either. It was right in front of us. Yeah.
He's saying to the ref, what did I do? I was standing still.
I'm with Frank. That was like a phantom call. Oh, Kaminsky back on defense, does his job. The Cleveland shooter couldn't score. Darius Brown kicks it out to Tomlin, paused a little, and then swish, this time from the right side of the arc. Naquan Tomlin, Cleveland raining threes here in the first half. 31-28 Charge lead.
The Charge started off gangbusters with the threes, cooled down, and now the 905 have to be really careful and really guard that outside of the arc.
Omarui blows by a couple defenders and then bounced it off the glass, didn't fall for him. Cleveland back the other way. Darius Brown hands it off to Elijah Hughes, just hit a 3, and he bounced passes it to Farron Hunt, and he just couldn't get a handle on it.
Not sure what happened on that shot. It looked like it slipped out of Omarui's hand. He went up and it just flew over the other side and hit the backboard on the opposite side of the rim. Tough one there.
So did you watch any of the Grammys last week?
Not a whole lot, but you saw what Kanye came in with. My goodness, what's going on with the world right now? I don't know. He said he does another video where he says he beat the Grammys. He beat the Grammys. You believe that?
He certainly did. So for those that didn't see it, Kanye's wife had a completely see-through dress on, and see-through you, Charlie Brown, left side 3, that drops. 31-31.
Big time shot there by Brown. I'll say he made up for that defensive blunder a couple possessions ago. But yeah, Kanye and his wife, my goodness, I don't know what the world's coming to, brother.
Hey, I'm all for that dress. More of that, please.
It's a family program, Mr. McKee.
Now, Kanye himself, that's a different story, but his old lady, I got plenty of time for her.
Oh, my goodness. What else happened at the Grammys, man?
Well, Kendrick won the record of the year for Not Like Us.
5 Grammys.
Yeah.
Is that a message they're sending to Drake? My goodness. 5 Grammys on one song.
Well, Cleveland finally missed on a 3 attempt. Good outlet pass. Jared Rhoden wide open, 2-handed dunk. Oh, Jared Rhoden puts the 905 back in front. 33-31, 8:50 to go, opening half.
You'll only get away with those steps that he just took in the NBA or the G League. In regular basketball, that's a travel, but hey, we'll take it.
Well, we want the dunk. We got to get the kids all amped up.
Yeah.
So absolutely packed house here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Naquan Tomlin, I thought he was fouled by Omarui. He hits the 3 regardless. It's at least 3. 34-33, Cleveland back in front.
So you got to know at some point that you cannot leave that man open.
Some Lloyd Banks, I'm So Fly in the background.
Tracks.
Charlie Brown. No, missed on, that was a heat check. He just hit a 3 and certainly deserved another crack at it, but didn't go for it. Tomlin
from? I want to know.
24-year-old from Harlem, New York, played his college ball at Memphis as well as Kansas State. Helped Kansas State to the Elite 8 a couple years ago. Evan Gilliard, corner 3, swish, right as far as you could be parked on that far side corner he was, and hit the 3. Evan Gilliard, 36-34, 905 back in front.
Book it.
And then Elijah Hughes just body checked Evan Gilliard, both number 7s in a battle there, and Gilliard went to the ground pretty hard.
Only one was lucky number 7 on that play. Look at the size difference, too.
Yeah. Hughes, a big dude. He goes 6'5". He's pretty well traveled. Played at Syracuse as well as East Carolina. Former second-round pick. Evan Gilliard, wide open from 3, and it hit all the rim and just popped out.
Chomche in there battling. He's got to be stronger on the block. He got pushed off and couldn't corral the rebound.
Farron Hunt, and what's the call? A push in the back by Roden or Chomche.
No way.
We'll see who it's going to be.
Come on, refs.
It's on Chomche. First foul.
Maybe big man hard to keep up, but to me, you play on. He's moving his feet. Give the big man a little bit of credit.
That's a tough travel schedule for Chomche. You know, that late night game in Philly, and then right back here for an 11 a.m. game. And then, lovely. Tomlin drove the lane and then over top of two 905 defenders. It goes, and then he's back on defense. I love this guy, Tomlin. He's great.
I love it. What do they call those? Butt kicks when you're running back and your heels into your butt. He's doing that on the way down and smiling.
Roden pulls up, hands it off to Gilliard. Shot clock at 7, 6. Gilliard drives, spins. He's got Farron Hunt all over him, and then he didn't stand a chance against Hunt. Hunt just swatted that away, and now Cleveland back the other way.
And he's got to do a better job of finding his teammates right now. Can't have a team going one-on-one with him trying to go against these trees out here.
Farron Hunt 6'8", Gilliard about 5'11", 6 foot maybe.
What do they got him listed as? 5'10", brother.
Well, we got a media timeout here with a tie ball game. We're tied at 36, 6:38 to go in the first half. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Cleveland inbounds the ball. We're tied at 36, 6:30 to go in the first half. Zaire Smith from the corner, swish, and the former first-round pick just came off the bench and hits a three. 39-36, Cleveland leads.
Cleveland playing well. They're doing what they got to do. I think the 905 have to really focus on number 35. He's doing a lot of damage.
Smith, a really strange career, you know, number 16 overall pick back in 2018, fizzled out in the NBA, and now getting another chance here with Cleveland, and I think this might be his last go at it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you only have so many lives.
Oh, and then that's a good foul by Lawson, because Naquan Tomlin had just did a Euro step around him and was about to hammer one down, and then AJ just smacks his hand and knocks the ball out, and so Tomlin to the free throw line.
Safe to say Naquan Tomlin is going to have a role in the NBA. That is very evident right now. Gets after it, both ends. He's got a lot of length and size at 6'8", can shoot the ball, and also take it to the hole off the bounce. He's an incredible young player.
So Naquan Tomlin never played high school basketball. He didn't play basketball until he went to JUCO and kind of learned a little bit, ended up going to Kansas State for a little, then to Memphis, and here he is averaging almost 16 points a game in the G League, but did not play high school ball.
That's crazy. I mean, that's just God-given ability. But I love it, the fact that he's out there having fun, Chris. He's laughing, he's smiling, he's doing butt kicks, you know, on the way back. He's hustling after dunks. After he realizes that coach is going to bench him, he takes off down the end. Love his energy.
Well, like Rick Ross, every day he's hustling. And a little short jumper from Chomche. 41-38, 5:40 to go. Cleveland still leads by 3.
That's a big shot. I mean, he's done it twice now, the little handoff and the floater. He's obviously worked on that shot, and Chomche getting it done today and playing big on the defensive glass.
Oh, Elijah Hughes, another 3. This guy's raining threes tonight, 44-38. Hughes pretty well traveled, a former second-round pick by New Orleans, 54 career NBA games. And when you see him shoot like that, you wonder why he doesn't have more than 54 NBA games on the resume.
Yeah, you're right. This is getting out of hand, though. The 905 have got to do a way better job behind the arc.
Chomche, it's just really sloppy ball. It's like a rugby scrum under the key, as Chomche kicks it out to Roden deep. No, and then way off the mark, and that was just ugly basketball.
Yeah, Chomche's out there battling down low. There a lot of, they're hacking him down there. No call. Gets it back outside, and they can't hit air ball. And 6-point deficit right now for the 905. They got to buckle down defensively.
Well, as well as Cleveland shot from behind the arc, it's great that the 905 only trailing by a couple buckets.
They're lucky. They could be worse right now. It should be about 15.
We also got number 13, Sean McNeil, into the game for the first time this afternoon. Big time block by Chomche. Another. Chomche, number 2 in the G League in blocks. You can see why.
That wasn't a smart decision by Mr. Hughes. He looked back and said, trying to figure out who that was.
Chandler just stole the ball on a bad pass from Tomlin. Chomche running the floor, but he's got guys behind him. Quincy! Two-handed dunk! and then a poster. He had Elijah Hughes on the ground in front of him. Woo!
Your boy Shumshay was a point guard there. Went coast to coast and the dish off for the big dunk by Goodyear. Wow, Shumshay showed everything today.
Shumshay looking like Chet Holmgren there, running the floor, and a nice bounce pass.
That was sweet. I thought, my goodness, give it up, Shumshay. But no, he kept going, and he almost got it stolen from behind, too. Was lucky there.
Well, a charge. No, it was a Raptors, not a 5 foul, and now London Johnson to the free throw line. London, 21-year-old. You know, this is a guy that if things had been different maybe 2 years ago with the NIL money, because he went and played the G League Ignite, just turned 21, and has played internationally for Jamaica, but this is a guy that still should be playing college. He's nowhere ready for the pros. I mentioned, just got cut by Maine, and he's not getting a ton of minutes, only averaging, 3 points a game, I think, for Cleveland. So I just would have loved to see the guy stick around college more.
Yeah, well, he played G League Ignite, right? Yeah. So you make that choice, right? Whether to go Ignite or to go college, you know, sometimes it's not the right decision. But shout out Johnson, Yachty, boom, 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 boom. Come on, Money, give me some sound effects here. Come on, man. I know you got something for me.
You need the siren.
Oh, he's lacking today. I don't know. He didn't program those hits. I was expecting a little, DJ stuff there.
Lawson came off the screen and then missed a three from the left side of the court, and then Cleveland back the other way. 46-40, 3:40 to go, and then Tyreek Key trips up London Johnson. Nice to see Johnson getting some minutes, though. When I was doing my game prep, I'm like, we're probably not going to see this guy, and here he is getting decent minutes.
Well, they know Toronto, the GTA, has a lot of Yardman here, and so they're like, we got to play this Jamaican young man. Respect. They knew. They're like, Toronto has enough Jamaicans. We're going to put you in today. You ready?
Well, shout out to all our Jamaicans on Eglinton West here in Toronto having to deal with that construction for the past 15 bloody years.
Oh, man.
Destroying businesses in the area.
Shout out Randy's.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. If I wasn't gluten-free, man, I'd be down there. Gluten-intolerant, I'd be down there.
Best beef patties in the city. Man. Well, certainly in the conversation.
Yeah. There's a few places, but that's where I used to go when I was young.
Mine was Warden State, because I'm a Scarborough guy. So Warden Station, which that just closed after 40-something years. The Warden Station patty shop just closed within the past month. I don't know. Probably put in a Tim Hortons so they can mess up everyone's bagel order.
Timmy's is another story.
You see that guy on Six Buzz yesterday? He went to something like 35 different Tim Hortons and ordered the exact same thing.
Right.
And over 50% of them got the order wrong.
Wow.
He ordered like a coffee and a chocolate chip muffin.
That's crazy.
And they kept getting it wrong. Well, Cleveland, ball in their hand, and then AJ swatted that. And the kids almost got, thankfully no kid got that in the face. We got a bunch of kids who are like 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, all sitting courtside. And thankfully, the good news is I don't see a lot of them in their phones. Keep them aware, because you don't want a 6'8" dude coming on top of a 10-year-old kid.
No, you got to pay attention when you're out here, especially sitting courtside.
Well, there's that kid last week, I think it was at Golden State's game, and he's sitting courtside. Obviously he's got money, and he's on the phone with his mom, and the ball just came dead smack in his face. And it's almost like the kid's going to be all right, but he certainly learned a good lesson in life.
Don't smack right in the middle.
Get your head out of the phone when you're around 7 feet tall dudes who can move really well.
My, oh my. Hey, those are the perks, right? If his family had less money, he'd be fine.
Well, Farron Hunt right now, number 4 in the G League in rebounds, just over 10 rebounds a game. Number 4 in minutes, 25-year-old from New Orleans, Louisiana, of course, with his Super Bowl last week.
Seems like it's there like every 3-4 years.
It should. It's a great city. 50-40, 10-point lead for Cleveland, largest of the game. 9:05 need a bucket here to settle this down. Shumshay goes to his and then just stolen by Zaire Smith, comes in. The second defender helps out. Alley-oop! Oh my goodness, Farron Hunt over top of Shumshay, and then he wants to talk junk to him after.
And I like the fact that UG gave him a little chest bump there, like, easy on the talk to my big man.
Well, Farron Hunt's 25, but he looks 45. Like, he just looks 20 years older than he is.
Yeah, he's mature. He's definitely mature. That was
got the full beard on him. Omaruri drives and has his pocket picked, and it's still going to be 9:05 ball underneath the Cleveland baseline. So we get a media timeout. We're not going to go to timeout. 2:22 to go. 12-point lead for Cleveland. 52-40. Chris McKee with Drew Ebanks. And so let's talk halftime show. Look, I love Kendrick Lamar. I'm a huge fan.
Right.
Keep in mind, I worked in the music business for 20 years, so I'm not some, old white guy that doesn't get hip-hop. But I also know that, because keep in mind, I've produced and attended at least 10,000 hip-hop concerts.
Right.
It doesn't really work at a Super Bowl. I went in with an open mind. I'm like, it was horrible. I thought it was lifeless. One guy rapping for 10, 15 minutes. Then he brought out the SZA, the guest. It's like, I need more. I want to see someone dancing, entertainment, a band. I give it a thumbs down. Drew, your thoughts?
I mean, it is what it is. I know that the purpose was really that song, and that's the only problem I saw was everybody was just really watching it for Not Like Us, and then, hey, what was cool was Serena. I mean, I don't know. She's kind of a little bit petty too. I mean, they used to date, her and Drake. But overall, like you said, it wasn't like, the Dr. Dre's and, the Rihanna's and different halftime shows. I think it was more of a statement. And if you're into politics or not, there was a lot of things being said there and a lot of messages about America and where the country's going. And, there's opinions there on both sides. But I'd have to say it wasn't what it should have been and could have been. Because another thing was, Kendrick didn't play the tracks that people know. And those are the tracks that would have got the place kind of bumping. It was more certain new tracks that he was playing. And again, that whole anticipation to the Drake diss overrode the whole show. And people have opinions. Hey, they didn't like it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best, obviously. Interesting fact, again, the most watched 135 million or whatever it is, the most watched halftime show, beating, I believe it was Michael Jackson? Yeah. So that was interesting.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, but I hear you on that, man. I hear it was disappointing in that sense.
Well, back to it. 9:05 inbound. Shot clock at 5. Omaruri's got a recognized 3 and tried to throw it over Tomlin. It was an ugly shot. Didn't go. Cleveland back the other way. They can really open this up here with a bucket. Darius Brown II slowly brings the ball over half. Cleveland going left to right on your radio dial. 9:05 right to left. And that's going to be a travel. Easy call. Farron Hunt. He's got Shamshay all over him. That was on his mind and didn't really focus on dribbling.
Not at all. That was interesting play there. And also, you talk about the halftime show. Drake, far, far away. I believe they were in Australia. Yeah. So nowhere near North America to deal with that. Smart move.
Kaminsky turnaround jump shot from the free throw line doesn't go, knocked out of bounds. And it was Roden and Omaruri both went for the same rebound, and they ended up knocking it out. The two of them collided. Cleveland ball, 1:50 to go, opening half. 12-point lead, 52-40. Brown brings it over half. Bounce pass to Tomlin, thought about the 3, decides not to. Farron Hunt, guarded by Shamshay. Hunt just puts a clinic on the youngster, but it doesn't go. Everything but the finish from Farron Hunt.
Yeah, he looked at himself saying, I missed that. How? But even though he got the shot up, it's still a difficult shot over Shamshay.
Kaminsky from 3. Far side corner 3 from Big Frank. And the Raptors 905 needed that one big time.
Big time shot there. Buck 17 left. You got to clamp down. Maybe get this to 5 or 6 points.
9-point lead for Cleveland. 52-43. And that's got to be an illegal screen. It was Tomlin just body checked Omaruri. If Eugene goes to the ground, you hit him hard. Omaruri is a big dude. Yeah.
He sold that one good, though. It's going to take a lot to knock down number 97, and he did it on that play. Tomlin was confused.
So we just got a message from Jyoti in our studio at Sauga 960. And there's Jared Roden, far side corner 3. So she's loving our conversation. So shout out to Jyoti.
I appreciate you, Jyoti. Yeah. It's just not basketball here. It's culture. It's music, sports, entertainment. It's an intermixing. And it's happening more in Canada now. In the States, we've always had that.
Oh, my goodness. Farron Hunt over top of Kaminsky. Two-handed flush. And that makes up for the last one he just missed.
In your mouth. Yeah. Wow.
Roden drives, and oh my goodness, Jared Roden just blew by everyone, and then right hand with authority puts it down. 54-48, 26 seconds to go in the half.
Kaboom!
Elijah Hughes, far side corner three. Wow. Oh my goodness, from the parking lot, Elijah Hughes, deep three, 57-48. Big time response by Cleveland.
Wow, that's a Matt Devlin call from downtown Michigan.
Well, Roden has the ball at the center circle. That Raptors 905 logo, holding for the last shot. Drives, a running floater doesn't go. Farron Hunt's got it. Darius Brown, can they recognize Hunt? Oh, it's not going to count. It's not going to count. It was an impressive dunk, but not the smartest one because it's about a half second too short. Darius Brown's telling him, bro, you should have just shot it. And so, hey, thankfully, the Raptors 905 get away with one there, and we're going to go to half. It is 57-48. Cleveland leads. We will have a little halftime show, but take a quick commercial break. I got to run the washroom quick, and then we'll come back, and I've got a special presentation for you, Drew, at half. So you're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. And so Raptors 905 trail 57-48. Impressive shooting performance by Cleveland. And keep in mind, guys like Amoni Bates, who's a legit NBA player. Bates, though, coming off meniscus surgery on his knee in October, so he's still kind of slowly getting back. I had meniscus surgery a couple of years ago from playing soccer, and it was close, probably about 8 or 9 months. Like, you don't get the full mobility back for a while. And so, the knee's secure, but there's still in your head that you're moving just a little slower. And so, hopefully you can get right, and love to see him back in the NBA, Bates.
100%. Man, these uniforms are pretty cool. I like the black. I like the colors. The design is cool. They got T-shirts as well. Black History Month, obviously. Cleveland just cooking right now. And I think number 35, the Raps have no answer for him. I don't even think they're really paying as much attention to him as they need to. These are the kind of things you got to understand. Your in-game scouting report, he's doing what he wants to do out there.
Well, back to it. Second half just started. Cleveland going right to left on your radio dial, wearing white jerseys with the burgundy and gold trim, traditional Cleveland Cavaliers jerseys. And there's Zaire Smith misses. Goes right to Naquan Tomlin, and he hammers it down with two hands. Good start for Cleveland, 59-48.
As I said, number 35 doing his thing. Not really being, thwarted in anything he wants to do out there. You love to see his activity on defense as well.
905, all black jerseys with a little red and white trim. A.J. Lawson drives, puts it over the defender. It doesn't go. A.J.'s fouled by Tomlin. Tomlin's beside himself. The look, he's like, you're kidding me, and I'm with him. I just thought A.J. kind of a little off balance there.
Doesn't look, we got to call it as is. That didn't look like much. We can't see everything. Obviously, there was a little push, but A.J.'s lucky that he got that call.
Well, they're going to ask for a review. So with that, because we didn't take much of a break during half, we'll take a little quick commercial break. Cleveland Charge lead by 11, 59-48, 11:21 to go third quarter. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Well, welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960, Sauga960am.ca, anywhere in the world. And we had a challenge on the foul call by Cleveland, and the call is being upheld. So A.J. Lawson at the free throw line will shoot a free throw, trailing 59-48 here. Just the third quarter just started. A.J. misses the free throw, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Cleveland ball. With Darius Brown inbounds. Brown, this guy pretty well traveled in college. 6-year college player, 4 years at Cal State Northridge before he went to Montana State for a season, and then finished up his career with Utah State. Brown with the ball in his hand right now, trying to get around two defenders. He's got Omaruri and Gilliard, and Gilliard and Omaruri finally steal it. AJ wanted poster. He's hammered, but then Jared Roden cleans up. How the hell there's no foul call on AJ? He comes up holding his right arm. I'm with AJ's looking at the ref, and I'm with him.
Ref's not looking at him at all. He hurt his elbow there. Not good.
Tomlin back the other way, and then Jared Roden put his left hand in, picked his pocket, back-to-back steals from the 905. AJ pulls up from three, and that right arm just fine because he just hit the three. Bang! 59-53, 905 chipping away at the lead.
They're looking good right now. Nice catch and shoot three after getting hit hard and falling to the ground. AJ is back.
Zaire Smith, far side corner three, doesn't go. Lawson comes flying in, ripping that rebound away. Evan Gilliard races the floor, hands it to Roden. Passes it off to Big Frank. Good extra pass. AJ, can he go back to back? No. Hits the front of the rim.
Good form, looked good, looked like it was ready to go. Sometimes you're too wide open, Chris.
Well, 59-53, Cleveland leads. Darius Brown, popped out, hit all of the rim. Roden back the other way from the 905, holds it up. Hands it off to Gilliard, to Big Frank. Gilliard guarded by Smith. And now inside the paint, and then Kaminsky has his pocket picked by Elijah Hughes.
Nice play on defense there. He's got to be more secure with that ball down low.
Hughes way too strong, and it's going to be Cleveland ball. AJ couldn't get a handle on it. We're going to see Amoni Bates back into the game as well. Number 21 checking in for Zaire Smith.
905 sloppy there on the defensive glass. Two guys were there, both Canadians, and it fell out of bounds off their hands on the bounce. Got to really secure it. Got to get low and box out strong to get that rebound.
Well, back to it. Cleveland will inbound. They've got the ball underneath the 905 bucket, which is on the left side of the court. Darius Brown will inbound. So Brown followed head coach Danny Sprinkle from Cal State to Montana State, and then when Sprinkle got the Utah State job, he went with him. And then after that year at Utah State, Danny Sprinkle got the Washington job. I interviewed Danny Sprinkle in Laval, saw Darius Brown play 2 years ago when they had the Northern Classic NCAA tournament, 6 teams playing up in Laval.
Nice.
And I got to see him play up close and personal.
Love it when the U.S. teams come up for that preseason basketball.
Well, this was a midseason.
Oh, that was midseason?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a weekend tournament. It was like Montana State, Hofstra.
Oh, yes, I remember now.
Stephen F. Austin.
Yes.
I can't even remember. Yeah, it was 6 teams.
Those schools have some great names.
It was all good mid-majors teams. It was really good.
Where's Stephen F. Austin, Texas?
Texas, yeah.
Figured so.
Well, I got to be in the Stephen F. Austin dressing room. They let me kind of trail them for 3 days straight.
Wow.
It was a buzz.
What an experience.
Well, stolen by the 905. That's 3 straight steals by the 905. And then Naquan Tomlin steals it back the other way. Outlet pass to Farron Hunt running the floor, and he can't get the lay-in.
Leaves it short.
Eugene Omaruri and got away with a travel, and then Big Frank is fouled. So Frank to the free throw line. Tomlin again with another foul. He's got to be getting up there on the fouls.
He's got to have at least 4. Yeah, he's got 4 now.
There's 4.
Omaruri got lucky there. Almost a travel, or maybe a travel. And then Kaminsky's got to make that basket.
Frank with just 5 points on the night. Jared Roden with 13, leading all scorers for the 905 anyway. On the flip side, Farron Hunt and Naquan Tomlin both with 16 for the Cleveland Charge. Cleveland, of course, the G League affiliate of the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the best teams in the NBA. Cleveland's going to be in the conversation for the NBA championship.
Yeah, they look really good. I mean, their young bigs are finally starting to get over injuries and come back and play the way they're supposed to play. And then Mitchell, my goodness, I mean, he's just a handful.
Evan Mobley, of course. You know, I talk about this all the time. I watched Evan Mobley play about 33 seconds of college basketball and went, that guy's a lottery pick. You got a guy 7 foot tall who can dribble the ball like a point guard, and just the way he moves so effortlessly, watching him at USC, I was like, oh my goodness. So I was on the Evan Mobley train about 30 seconds into his college career.
Wow.
He's elite. And
then you got Jared Allen, who's like a beast and monster, and you love the afro. He's got the great hair. Can't go wrong there. And it's good to see Cleveland back. They're going to be tough out no matter what. Can they get over a team like, say, the Celtics to be able to get to the, or maybe the Bucks or whoever the top teams are going to be to get to the NBA Finals? That is the question if Cleveland can do it.
I want to see Cleveland OKC. And there's Eugene Omaruri, left-handed little ice cream scoop, drops him. 59-57, 905 chipped away at that big lead. It's now just a 2-point lead for Cleveland. Cleveland needs a bucket here. They've had the ball stolen 3 consecutive possessions. Watch out. They need a simple bucket. Amoni Bates mid-range. That is not the shot you want. He's got about a 14-foot jump shot that didn't go. Roden took about 9 steps.
Wow, that's a foul. There's a lot of contact.
Jared Roden tap dancing.
I mean, they're all over his heads, though. Yeah. That's why. No call there. That's crazy. Come on, refs.
That's one of those videos, when they show like NBA players traveling like ridiculously, that's one of the ones they should show. Kaminsky thought about the 3 off the inbound pass, hands it over to Omaruri. He puts it up quick, and Omaruri short on his 3-point attempt. 905 could have took the lead with that bucket, but alas, Cleveland with the ball. 59-57, 8:20 to go. Dead center, Elijah Hughes, and he's fouled by Roden. Don't foul a three-point shooter.
No, that was tough. It was a tight spot there. The ball screen was right at the top of the circle, and he reached in there. And, you know, your hand's in the cookie jar. You're going to get caught.
Well, Elijah Hughes, back to the free throw line. Hughes, 26-year-old from Poughkeepsie, New York, former second-round pick, 39th overall back in 2020 by New Orleans. Mentioned 54 career NBA games, and he misses the free throw. That would have counted for three.
Yeah, that's a huge miss.
With some clips in the background, grinding. And, Evan Gilliard, big-time three, back the other way. And now the 905 back in front, 60-59. They were down, 14 at one point?
Yeah, nice comeback for them. Again, defense has done it for them.
Darius Brown misses. Yeah, it's all been coming from their defense. Corner three, Roden from the right side. Swish, back-to-back threes for the 905. 63-59. They got a 4-point lead now.
You know, the 905 have some great shooters, man. Battle's gone, but some of the guys that are left, they can all shoot the three.
Well, Roden stole that again, but he poked it out of bounds, took it out of Osabuyan's hands, and still going to be Cleveland ball on the far side of the court. London Johnson checks in for Elijah Hughes, the youngster, 21-year-old, played with the G League Ignite last year, and he'll inbound. Cleveland to Farron Hunt, left side three. No, ball bounced on the rim twice and then didn't drop for Cleveland. Omarui,
nice
Roden,
pass.
And running the floor by Cleveland, good back on defense. Omarui, 3 threes in a row for the 905. This one from the far left side, 66-59, 905 lead.
They are just sizzling from outside. Great ball movement. They're being unselfish, and it's resulting in some big-time baskets.
Oh, Farron Hunt, 44.
The defense by Lawson.
Hunt, and then put Shamshay to school, had him on skates, and a good bucket by Farron Hunt, 66-61. Well, they've hit 3 in a row. Can it be 4? Oh, finally, Jared Roden misses.
Deep check. That's a rough shot. I don't know. I don't really think they needed that one so quick.
Amoni Bates hands it off and gets it right back, and then he misses his 3. Bates has been ice cold.
Yeah, he's come in and kind of like not done the things you want to see for a guy who was benched earlier for shoving Omarui. He needs to play defense, rebound, and play hard out here.
He's still got the goose egg up, 0 points for Amoni Bates, former National High School Player of the Year. And then A.J. Lawson, that's major, 69-61, another 3 for the 905.
And remember what Cleveland was doing in the first half, the Raptors 905 doing the same thing behind the arc, and the Charge can't find anybody outside of the 3-point arc.
Osabuyan pulls up, no one around him, and then that one, it was like on a rope, just kind of a laser right at the bucket, didn't go, and knocked it out of bounds. What are they calling? Looks like they're calling a foul against London Johnson, who was on the floor, and everyone's confused. Both teams are like, what's going on? Well, Jared Roden looks really angry.
Yeah, he's cheesed.
Yeah, he's screaming over there. He's telling the refs, got to watch the play, and I'm with them. They've missed a couple simple calls here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's really upset. The referee's nodding his head saying, yep, I understand.
Oh, it's going to be a jump ball.
Oh. Yeah, number 1. He's calling him in, Johnson.
So it's a jump ball right on the free throw line on the left side of the court. Jared Roden versus Landon Johnson.
Drake playing, and they're going crazy there. The boy still has some fans, folks.
Yeah. Well, certainly in the 905 and the 416 he does.
No matter what you say, Drake has been influential in the music business for a long time. Personally, I just don't think the battle with Kendrick was the right thing, man. Lyrically, Kendrick is just crazy.
Omarui comes away with the ball, and that's got to be a charge.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. That's easy. Eugene almost tucked the ball like a running back, put his shoulder into Amoni Bates and just run him over. That was an easy call.
Yeah, you can call that in your sleep, that's for sure.
Are they going to, don't replay that. You're not going to win that.
Although he was moving.
Oh, Drew wants to replay it. Don't do it, Drew. That's as easy a call as you're going to get.
He's moving, Chris. I'm looking at the replay.
Let's see. All right. Nah, no break. Yeah, let's just keep talking here. Well, the 9:05, what a comeback here in the third quarter. 69-61. They were down, 12 at the half, I think it was? Yeah. And then right out the gate, and you can hear just the crowd absolutely wild. Anytime they do the T-shirt toss, the kids go crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts in here. Selena and Espandier, they're both doing their thing with this crowd.
I saw on Twitter this week, it was, I can't remember which team in the NBA, but they were doing a T-shirt toss, and some woman got the T-shirt, and it was just a plain white T-shirt, nothing on it. And she was like holding it up, being like, this is, I think it was Oklahoma City.
No.
That's what they're tossing out. Plain white T-shirt.
They didn't do that.
Crowd. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Come on, at least put a logo on it.
Yeah.
At least put SGA's number on it. Goodness gracious.
Put a Coors Light logo on it or something like that.
That's savage.
Like I went to a local bar for Super Bowl and they're handing out T-shirts. I'm like, I don't want a T-shirt that says Coors Light.
Right.
That's not going to get me a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no girl ever said, hey, I'm going to hook up with a guy in the Coors Light T-shirt, you know?
Yeah, I want him.
Yeah.
I was in Montreal for one and we got these nice, I forgot which company it was, Michelob, one of these nice trucker hats, which was incredible. And somebody won a big cooler, a big beer cooler. I don't know, like I said, I'm not sure which company it was, but a beautiful prize for sure.
Well, just insane crowd. If you could see the visuals here, these kids are going ballistic, jumping up and down. It's like full out Taylor Swift or Backstreet Boys mania back in the day. It is raucous. Drew's getting some video. You can check him out on Point Basketball on Instagram or Twitter, posting all the kids going nuts.
This is happening out here.
So they're doing a replay on the foul, Omarui. I think he charged. Drew says the defender's feet were moving. So we're going to find out the result of this. Referees over at the scores table.
Money and I think his feet were moving. He was not set on the play. Right? We got that 2-on-1, baby, right now.
We're going to find out.
Home cooking for Eugene. Let's see if he gets it. That's respect if he gets this call.
Well, the thing I don't like is this is taking way too long for them to figure out. Just make a decision, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's way too drawn out.
Because it's not going to decide the game. You know what I mean? I get it was like 0.2 seconds left. There's a lot of basketball left. It's really an inconsequential decision. 69-61, the Raptors 9:05 lead, led by defense. 3 steals in a row on 3 consecutive possessions, and then they converted those into 3-point opportunities. So a 9-point turnaround, and that's how we got where we're at. Well, a frigid day here in Southern Ontario. It was about -5 when I was walking into the arena. And of course, a snowstorm headed all across Southern Ontario later this afternoon, early evening. So please be mindful, drive carefully. If the boss is out there, let them get home a little early. You know, let them slide out an hour early today.
Why not?
And here we go. So it looks like...
What did we say?
Yeah, there we go. So, hey, the play-by-play guy wrong for once. Omarui, it is a foul, and Eugene is at the free throw line. I'm still batting 99%. Yeah.
I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that. You're pretty sharp.
And Eugene hits it, and
That's big.
72-61, 9:05 lead. This is their largest lead of the game.
Feet were moving.
And Eugene, another steal, picks Amoni Bates' pocket again. Bates just too casual with the ball.
Yeah, he's not going to earn himself any playing time from today's performance. The energy's just not there.
Yeah. Like I said, he doesn't look right coming back from injury. You know, Bates is one of those guys, feast or famine. He's either the best player on the floor or he's invisible. That's been the knock on him since his days at Memphis. You know, controversial player, 5-star, had every team in the country wanting him out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Obviously, Michigan wanted him. Duke, Kentucky, ends up at Memphis, but only plays a handful of games before transferring to Eastern Michigan.
I'm not sure why he's going at the refs. I mean, you got to play better, brother.
Well, Elijah Hughes is guarded by Gilliard. He's got a height advantage. And then again, Gilliard does enough just to get a little prick on the ball, and it's a turnover. Gilliard back the other way with his favored left hand, kicks it out to A.J. Lawson, extra pass to Omarui. No, Eugene drives and then uses his frame.
Love that.
And he's fouled by Osabuyan.
Love that use of the body by Eugene. Kind of gave a little shoulder bump to the defender and went up, almost finished it too for the 3-point play, but great use. And you love to see the ball movement by the 905. They're driving. When they get cut off, they're kicking it up top, kicking it over to the wing, and they're really playing unselfish basketball. It's resulting in this 11-point lead that could go up to 13 with a free throw made by Omarui.
Eugene averaging 17 points per game on the season.
Pretty impressive.
And can't drop the free throw.
Miss.
And Cleveland back the other way. Cleveland going right to left on your radio dial. White jerseys with burgundy and gold trim. Raptors 905, all black jerseys today. Another steal. This one by Charlie Brown. No surprise.
He's incredible. And that's what he's going to bring to the next level. I mean, not only can he shoot and get to the hole, he can also play incredible defense.
Omarui guarded by Farron Hunt. Gilliard just undressed Bates, and then Farron Hunt comes and bails him out. Big time block by Hunt. And now Johnson back the other way.
I think he tried to throw the alley-oop to Shamshay. Didn't go.
Oh, and there was a foul on Bates. Hit another three. Amoni Bates is ice cold. He's still got a goose egg up there. No points, 3 fouls, and I think his feet were out of bounds. That's what the call was.
But you see, he's making his offensive struggles dictate his energy on the floor. He's looking at the refs. You can't do that at this level. You have to show you're willing to play defense, rebound, and do things for your team. Eventually, you're going to get it going on offense. But right now, his energy level is focused on the wrong things.
Yeah, he's just got a bad vibe about him right now. You can just see his body language is just very poor. Charlie Brown, and then Charlie Brown dribbling that ball way too high, has it stolen, and then Kennedy Chandler steals it right back for him. 905 have numbers, 5-on-4. In the corner, Quincy Guerrier hands it off to Shamshay. And we thought he was going tomahawk dunk, but he ended up going lay-in. Hey, still counts for 2 over Shamshay. 74-61, 905 largest lead of the game.
Great defense, Chandler there. Oh, another steal.
Another steal by Charlie Brown. And a lay-in back the other way, and then Shamshay, no, it's offensive goaltending. What are you doing?
But it was rolling out. It was rolling out. It wasn't going to go down. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. It was rolling out. That's
thankfully he got lucky. They called the foul on Charlie Brown before.
Oh.
So he's lucky.
Did not see that. Oh, they called a foul on the layup attempt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just going to be Charlie Brown
that would have been
the free throw line. Charlie Brown, 27-year-old from Philadelphia, played his college ball at St. Joe's, undrafted in 2019, and 49 career NBA games on his resume. Hits the free throw. 76-61.
He looks exactly like, except for the hair, but the facial.
Yeah.
Same slim body. Yeah.
Oh, Cleveland back the other way. Cleveland needs an easy basket here to settle down. I mean, their three-point shooting is just dried up. It was red hot in the first half, ice cold here in the second.
Roden with the push on the block.
And Roden is in the ref's bad book today. He's not having any luck.
Don't do that in front of the refs.
And so Cleveland, it's not a shooting foul. Cleveland will inbound right in front of us on the left side of the baseline. In the 905 half of the court. London Johnson hands it off to Tomlin. Shot clock at 8, 7. Bates.
Nice D.
4. Shot clock at 3, 2, 1. Bates, a running floater.
Wow.
And he still can't get a bucket. Amoni Bates just having a nightmare of a game.
Great defense by the 905.
Jared Roden pulls up for 3, no one around him, and then misses the wide open 3. Bates with the rebound.
Nobody on the glass either. Come on, guys. You got to get on the glass when the shot goes up.
Tomlin from the corner. No. 905 back the other way. 905 lead. 76-61 with some Usher in the background. Caught up.
Yeah, the man, music man, Chris.
Now that's a halftime show we're talking about right there.
Yeah. For sure. Ooh.
And it looks like Farron Hunt with a little cheap foul, and he's beside himself.
Chandler goes down too, like a little bit of semi-ankle twist there.
Well, Kaminsky pulls off his warm-up jersey, coming back in the game momentarily. And is that Masai over there in the Bays jersey?
Yes, it is.
It is. There we go. Masai Ujiri in the building tonight.
School day game, the big dog. Luke Wynn there as well.
I went back and listened to us. I guess it was the Knicks game we were doing, and I couldn't see Masai. And like you told me like 9 times, he's right there. He's right there. And I'm like, where? I can't see him. And so that's why today I picked him right away instantaneously.
Oh, and I didn't see him earlier. Courtney Charles is there as well. He's always here, obviously.
I was driving around listening to that game myself, and I was like giggling to myself.
Like, he can't see, folks. He needs new glasses.
Oh, I do.
I got contacts on, so I can't say anything up to that, but at least I can see it's Messiah.
It was like a pantomime. He's right there. Where?
He's there. He's there.
And all the kids are screaming, he's behind you.
Oh, man.
76-61, 9:05 lead over the Cleveland Charge. It was all Cleveland in the first half. I think it was a 12-point lead at half, and then Bates muscles his way in and one. Amoni Bates finally gets one to drop.
I was about to say, at some point, he's bound to go off on something, a big bucket for him and the team. But again, he cannot let his offensive woes dictate his energy, because the negative energy is rubbing off on the team, and that's where he's got to realize, hey, I can do things on defense and rebound and play hard for my team.
Bates converts the three-point play. You know, I'll give Bates credit, because a guy that went to Memphis and then ends up at Eastern Michigan, which is the lower rung of college basketball. But this guy, you know, put the work in, revived his career, ended up getting himself drafted in the second round when he was like, this guy's going to fade off to oblivion. And here he is. He's played 15 games in the NBA, so he has achieved his dream. Obviously, he wants more, but I give him a ton of credit, because Eastern Michigan, a lot of people were like, what the hell is he doing there? Well, he went and got his game right and got himself right and got himself to the NBA.
Yeah, you know, it's perseverance, man. Look at this.
Off the mark, Bates on that three. Charlie Brown picks it up, racing the other end of the floor, and then just too wildly has his pocket pick, and it's a foul call. He got lucky there.
Yeah, the foul's on, is it Johnson? Yeah, number 1.
We're live on the radio. Some kid walked up to me, and he starts asking me questions.
What was he saying?
You have a Sharpie? I'm like, we're live on the radio.
These kids nowadays, just about them.
Yeah. 76-64.
Of all the people to ask.
Yeah, you got to. There's 6,000 people in the arena. Let me walk up to the guy with the headset on who's in the middle of a conversation and ask him. Hey, love the kid. I got 2 kids of my own. Sometimes they ain't too bright.
Oblivious to, like, there's, like you said, everybody around here he could have asked. Yeah. But the guys that
6,000 people and he picks me. 78-64, 9:05 lead. 1:35 to go in the third quarter.
Nice play.
London Johnson just undressed a couple 9:05 defenders, and a nice lay-in for Johnson. Played well this afternoon.
Yeah, he's got some talent for sure, and he's got confidence to be at this level.
Johnson with 8 points off the bench for Cleveland. Chandler, ball in his hand. Chandler with the goose egg himself. Gilliard's played the majority of the minutes, but Big Frank, a little nice 10, 12-foot jump shot, and it falls for him for Kaminsky. 80-66. 9:05 keep increasing the lead.
That's a tough shot on the catch and baseline turnaround. I like the fact that the Raptors are using time and using clock.
I don't know why Elijah Hughes didn't take that to the rim. He gets the ball, there's nobody there, and instead pulls up, and then with a little short jump shot that doesn't fall for him.
He's got to recognize that the path was right to the basket. They have to be aggressive. They need fouls to get to the hoop. Charge. They're not doing that, though. They're still playing an outside game.
Well, 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. 9:05 lead by 14. Quincy Guerrier missed on his three, dead center. Quincy off night today.
Yeah, he's been playing good for the most part this season. Only 4 points in this one.
Bates. And just put Big Frank on skates, and Amoni Bates, a little finger roll laying high off the glass. Bates heating up.
And you see there's no complaints from him right now. Why? Because he's scoring. That can't be the way that you're playing. You have to be happy when you're not scoring, because you're doing good things, positive things for your team.
80-68, 9:05 lead. Guerrier Oh, as the third quarter expired, he heaved one up, and it couldn't drop. So at the end of 3, what a third quarter by the 905. They lead by 12, 80-68. You're listening to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Well, welcome back to Raptors 905 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. A school day game here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. So at the end of 3, the 905 with a 12-point lead, 80-68. You want to run through some of the stats, Drew? What you got?
Let's check it out. All right, the team that's ahead, the 905, 16 points each, Jared Roden and Eugene Omarui. 11 points for A.J. Lawson and 10 points for Charlie Brown Jr.
A Jared Roden left-handed lay-in, as Drew was reading off the stats. 82-68, 905 lead. For
the Cleveland Charge, you got Farron Hunt with 18, Naquan Tomlin with 16, and Elijah Hughes with 12. Raptors shooting 37.5%. Cleveland shooting 40.7. Raptors 33% from 3, and Cleveland 34.4.
Elijah Hughes, corner 3 doesn't go. 905 back the other way. 905 going left to right in your radio dial. Cleveland right to left. Gilliard, ball in his hands. I mean, it's just like glued to his palm. Impressive ball handling skills. Yes. A.J. Lawson was wide open. Jared Roden over top of Farron Hunt for 3. Roden feeling it this afternoon. 85-68.
Great ball movement by the 905. Some other stats here important. They're out-rebounding them 42-31 after 3, and assists 21-15 in favor of the Raptors. Incredible.
So it looks like a foul against Gilliard. Tomlin will shoot free throws. But, you know, one stat that is surprising, Cleveland shooting 50% from behind the arc. The 905 just 30%. And still, the 905 with this big-time lead, 85-68, 10:45 to go.
Yeah, it's, you know, the Raps are actually, Cleveland also has 10 block shots. Are we on the same stats here?
No, they gave me the first half bleeping stats, for God's sake.
Here we go.
So they walk over and give the stats, and they just gave me the halftime stats. And I'm like, they do this last week. Last week they gave me the first quarter stats in the third quarter. And this one, because I'm in the middle of calling a game, so they just hand me the piece of paper, so I just start reading it.
There were 2 sheets, I didn't realize.
For the love of bleeping God.
I didn't know what I was saying. Where is he getting 50%?
I'm done, yeah.
Because I just said they were at 34.
Man, good help is hard to find, boys. Let me tell you.
It's tough. We got it, though. We're over right now.
Why would I need a bloody first half in the fourth quarter? Yeah.
Don't get Chris upset, folks.
15-point lead, 905, 85-70, 10:30 to go in the ball game.
Big game right now. Raps playing nicely, moving the ball, taking time off the clock.
It doesn't take much to wind me up, as you can see. Yeah. Jared Roden, dead center 3, pops in and out, and it's going to be, the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Cleveland ball. Unlucky.
Very unlucky, but I like the hustle there. Omarui still trying to get the ball, and that's what you love to see, and that's what I would like to see Amani Bates do. Get out there and hustle and not worry about offense so much. Do the things your team needs to win. 15-point lead for the 905 Cleveland.
Got to start shooting. Listen to that big first half, and then ice cold in the third. Darius Brown, and then big-time block again. Another block for Shamshay. And Roden, and then he ran into Zaire Smith. And what's the call? They're calling that on Cleveland?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, it was a lot of contact. They tried to get it out of the hands of Roden, but there was a foul there. Man, Roden, he's impressive today.
Yeah.
He's really impressive.
He's always impressive to me.
Love his game.
I think he's an NBA player.
Oh, my goodness. He's so good, and he plays both ends. 21 points right now. I believe he leads all scorers.
Explosive score, Roden. Someone give the man a chance.
Raptors, we don't want to let him go. Nice.
Corner 3, A.J. Lawson, far side of the court. Wow. Swish, nothing but net from A.J. And he gives the finger point to Gilliard to say thank you for that pass. 88-70, 905 cruising, 9:35 to go.
14 points for Lawson, and I'm telling you, he's worked on that shot, man. He's automatic pretty much when he's wide open.
Well, Cleveland missed on a 3 attempt, got the rebounds, and now Gilliard a little bit too handsy with Brown, and Gilliard called with a foul.
Yeah, a little bit over-aggressive there. Really no need to. You're up 18 points right now. Stay home defensively. You don't need to reach. I like the strong defense. Obviously, that's what I preach. But there, you don't need to foul like 30 feet from the basket.
Hughes, bounce pass into Tomlin, and then, Tomlin got it back. He had it picked momentarily and then got it back. Darius Brown drives the lane, and finally a much-needed basket for Cleveland, courtesy of Darius Brown II.
That's okay. You made them work super hard for that basket. That's what you want to do. Take the energy, take the legs out of Cleveland, so they got to work even harder on the defensive end.
Gilliard, guarded by Brown, hands it off to Roden over on the left side of the court. He's smothered by two Cleveland defenders, gets it to Gilliard, dead center three short, and it goes right to Smith. Zaire casually brings the ball out past half, hands it off to Tomlin. Smith gets it back. Elijah Hughes drives the lane, and no room to operate. Oh, what a pass in. Zaire Smith, easy land. That was a great feed by Tomlin to find Smith.
Yeah, Tomlin's showing he's got ability to be a playmaker, a scorer, a shooter, a defender. Man, he's a great player out here.
88-74, 9:05 lead, 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Gilliard gives it to Lawson. Lawson guarded by Hughes to Omarui. He's got Smith over him. Eugene puts his head down, spins around, and I just think that was a little too reckless from Eugene. Farron Hunt, and left-handed lay-in for Hunt.
Trying to make something happen. I felt he was hacked, though, down low, but sometimes you're not going to get that call. You really have to protect the ball down low.
So I like the timeout from the 905 head coach because Cleveland getting a little bit of momentum, and you just stopped it right there. You're like, a nice little run. They've chipped a lead. It's 88-76, but they're like, no, let's just relax. Drew Jones wants to think about it.
Yeah, it was an 18-point lead, now down to 12, so they've scored 6 straight points. You've got to stem it. You're at home. You have the energy. Come out now, get a good play, and get a basket.
Well, Drew Jones, in his first season as the 905 head coach, had been an assistant with the Detroit Pistons for a couple years, as well as the 76ers. He was 5 years in Oklahoma City's franchise as the video analysis and player development coach, and he played his college ball at Penn State as well.
Well, traveled, got a chance to meet him preseason, basically. Coach Jones, great young coach, and it seems like, he's got a really bright future, and the Raptors are happy to have him in their organization. I also want to shout out my man Justin Cerise. I know him from U Sports, Wilfrid Laurier. And, the opportunities that this 905 franchise has brought to young Canadian players, but also young Canadian coaches. And look at us. I mean, if it's not for the 905, I wouldn't rather be anywhere than here. It's incredible and I thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thanks Sauga 960, man, for bringing me on board here. This is just so fun. It's a bucket list for me to be able to call pro basketball games as well as the stuff we do on the high school level as well.
Well, I did prep basketball for 8 years, and I was watching some videos yesterday of a mutual friend of ours. I won't name him, but he was posting the pregame highlights of Crestwood Prep. And every single kid is dunking, and I started laughing, going, how many games have we done? I've never seen a pro practice a dunk at any point ever. That's all the high school kids go. Stop dunking in the warm-up. Work on your three-point shot. Work on your defense. Work on your ball handling. Stop dunking, high school kids, please. It's ridiculous. If the pros don't do it, you shouldn't be.
Do as the pros do.
Well, back to it, 88-76, Cleveland leads. Cleveland's got the ball. Darius Brown, he's got Zaire Smith, pump fakes the three, gives it back to Brown. No, off the mark, rebound to Kaminsky.
A little deep there on that three, if you ask me. I think he could have drove and maybe got off a floater.
AJ was wide open. I would have liked to seen him take that shot, but he doesn't. He's got Kaminsky. And Kaminsky's got a big height advantage, and in spin move, Frank recognizes he had Smith over him, who he's got about 6-7 inches on, and Big Frank with a nice lay-in.
Two-man game there. AJ recognized the mismatch, gave it right back to him, and you love to see it. Give it to your big man. It's easy. Let him go to work down low.
Well, old school hoops in the post, back to the back bucket, Farron Hunt back the other way with a short lay-in for Cleveland, 90-78. Cleveland just won't go away.
Won't go away at all. The game is simple, Chris. Don't make it hard. Do the easy plays and get buckets. 905 need to continue to score and execute, but again, I like the fact they're taking some time off the clock.
Well, Cleveland trying to press here to create turnovers, and then they just got one. Charlie Brown with a bad pass. Zaire Smith back the other way. Two-handed dunk, and no foul on that. He got body checked. But either way, big-time dunk, good momentum builder for Cleveland. Lead now down to 10, 90-80, 9:05 lead.
Yeah, Lawson was close to getting a foul. He pulled away and actually felt a little bad that the player fell after the dunk.
Zaire Smith was looking around going, can I get a call? Kaminsky, you can hear the students in the background here on a school day game cheering on the 9:05. Kaminsky again, and Big Frank is feeling it. They're called it off. What did they call?
Shot clock violation.
The shot clock ran out. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Didn't know that was happening. It's so loud in here you can't even hear it. That's a good thing though. Raptors lead down to 10. This is a crucial possession right here. 5:52 left. Want to get a stop on this possession.
Well, 10-point lead. This is an important possession for Cleveland. Get the lead down to single digits with 5:45 remaining. Farron Hunt, spin move, does all the work. Everything but the finish doesn't fall for Cleveland.
I like the defense there by Gourier. Had a hand up on that, made it very difficult for Hunt to make that shot.
Jared Rhoden into Frank. They keep feeding Big Frank down in the post, and I love him.
Keep it going. Why'd he leave the post? Stay down there, Frank.
Rhoden shot clock at 3-2-1, and Rhoden puts it up. No. Gary fight for the loose ball, but goes to Zaire Smith. Cleveland catches a break.
Now the 9:05 need to stop here. They need to stop this momentum. The lead was 18. It's now down to 10.
Well, kick ball on Charlie Brown. Darius Brown was trying to bounce past it behind him, and he just got that left foot out. Little street hockey goalie move. 5:07 to go. Amoni Bates back in. Had a brutal first half, and then finally in that third quarter started to get a little bit more warmed up. Bates with 5 points. Brown spins. Tomlin, and then what a block, Charlie Brown. Oh my, what an insulting block. Gotta love that.
Charlie gives a nice high five to a little fan who's dancing and having fun over there. Gotta love it. Defense wins chips, folks.
Well, 8 seconds left on the shot clock here for Cleveland. They gotta act fairly quick. 6-5. Bates with the ball dribbling. Does he recognize 3, 2, 1, puts it up? No. And Guerrier, are they calling a foul on Quincy? Oh my God. As the shot clock was expiring, Quincy fouled Bates.
That's a bailout if there ever was one.
Well, Bates to the free throw line. Bates just 21 years old still a young guy. Again, he's got the physical tools. You know, Drew and I both kind of marveled at him just what he looks like. 6'9", great length, great size. And he's got the tattoos up and down both arms. He looks the part.
Gotta score that. You gotta hit that free throw.
Misses. It's still a 10-point lead for the 9:05. Gilliard brings the ball past half, gives it to Quincy. Quincy hands it off to Rhoden, who gives it back to Gilliard. Shot clock at 6-5. Gilliard blows by everyone, and a little left-handed lay-in for Evan Gilliard. That was delicious.
That was a dirty hezzy to freeze the defender and then laid it up with the left hand off the glass. Gilliard got game.
Gilliard, 26-year-old, played at UTEP, New Mexico State, and UMKC. Bates back the other way. Big-time three for Amoni. 92-83, 9:05 lead.
He's cooking right now. He's feeling good. Now he's got the energy. 92-83, 9-point game.
Well, under 4 minutes to go, just past the 4-minute mark. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Every bucket becomes important. Gilliard stood there, no one around him. Nothing but net, Evan Gilliard. And then he smells his own finger after that. I don't know about that celebration.
That's the new one. And Bates, they're frustrated there. The Raptors moving the ball. Bates and the other big man in no man's land. Wide open three for Gilliard, and he makes them pay. And that's a potential dagger basket.
Big time three, 95-83, 3:48 to go. And does Cleveland have an answer? We've got the Sauga City dance pack out there. in front of a packed crowd at the Paramount Fine Food Center. Don't forget, drop me a follow on X or Twitter at Mr. McKee. Hit me up on Instagram, undrafted_FA. And of course, hit Drew up on Point Basketball, Instagram.
Baby, and Instagram, yes sir. Drew Ebanks on Twitter, On Point Basketball on Facebook, on LinkedIn as well. Man, it's hyping here today.
This is way more lively than the last school day game.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of those kids left too early, which is teachers. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, we just seen there's one group of students that just left. How you take your kids out of here with, 3:45 to go, and it's not even 1 o'clock right now.
Let them stay.
Yeah, like if it was 3 o'clock, all right, let the kids go home.
Let them stay.
Oh, the Sauga City Dance Pack out there entertaining the crowd, entertaining me. More so, maybe.
Just a quick note, the All-Canadian Games just released the watch list with a bunch of players. I'm proud to be a part of the selection committee. Submitted my names for that list, and it'll be broken down to top 50, top 24 or whatever it is at the end. So
if Justice Hazley isn't on that team, I'm going to show up and strangle all of you. That's my guy right there. Yeah.
I have a pretty good inkling Justice Hazley will be in the.
I've been preaching the gospel of justice for the past couple of years. I'm a huge fan. I think he's going to be a big time college player. Plays at Royal Crown in Scarborough.
Yes,
shout out to Justice and his mom and dad. Got to know them a little bit as well.
Well, if you can see, he's right there under H on the watch list. Here he goes. A lot of names on that. Look at all these great Canadian players, man. You got 7
too many names.
Pages. Yeah. That's just where it's got to be broken down.
That's too much participation trophy nonsense.
Well,
cut it down to 25,
it'll be there.
And then you go to 12, and there you go.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
It'll be there. But
this is high-level hoops. Stop with the participation trophy crap.
Man. It's
like, there's how many names? There's probably about 100 names.
Maybe a little more. But it's
so there's about 75 of them that don't deserve to be there.
Across the country, but hear me out. If you go look at the McDonald's All-American Games, the same thing. You're recognizing top players throughout the country. Even if you don't make the game, to be part of the list shows that you're one of the top players.
Let me see that. I'm not going to name them, but I'll point out a couple. We're in a timeout right now. I'm not going to name the kid. But
he's going to point him out?
No, he shouldn't. I've looked at 10 names. Nine of them should not be on that list.
This guy right here.
I'm done. Yeah.
Folks, that is not scientific. That is not a scientific experiment, folks.
The one that should be there that I looked at is Sader Servillis. He's a really good player.
100%.
And that's what that was the name I saw. But yes, 100%. He deserves to be there. The other 9, get him off.
Oh, man, this guy's a
That's the problem with that committee. There's no one willing to take charge and say, hey, this is what we need to do. Anyways, let's back to some professional basketball here. 9:05 just inbound. It is 95-85, 3:20 to go. Big Frank wide open, didn't recognize, should have turned around and dunked it. Gilliard pump fakes.
There's O'Marie. Oh my God.
O'Marie underneath left-handed lay, and that was splendid from Eugene.
The reverse just undressed Bates there on that play. He saw food, he saw chicken dinner, and he went to town like some Swiss chalet on the baseline. My goodness.
We will take a commercial break, and then Drew and I will argue about prep basketball during the commercial break. Raptors 9:05 lead, 97-85, 3:09 to go. You're listening to Raptors 9:05 basketball. Welcome back to Raptors 9:05 basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960. Under 3 minutes to go. Cleveland, Naquan Tomlin with a lay-in. And the lead is at 10, 97-87, 2:47 to go. We're getting down to it. Can the 905 close out this win? 905 all-black jerseys with red trim, special uniforms today. Cleveland in their traditional white jerseys with burgundy and gold trim. Gilliard has the ball at the 905 logo at the center of the court. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Does he recognize? And then Tomlin with a silly foul. Just put his right elbow into the face of Tomlin. And that's got to be 5 now for Tomlin. Yeah.
Yes.
That's his 5th foul. Well, it's not a shooting foul. A.J. Lawson will inbound, gives it to Gilliard. They get a fresh 14 on the shot clock. Gilliard weaving around the court, and then big time block by Bates. Read that like a book. Bates back the other way for three. No, way off the mark. Air ball. Ugly shot.
Forcing it there.
Yeah, Bates went for the heat check.
Get to the tin.
I think Bates has earned that shot. I mean, It is the right shot. He was wide open because if you hit it, well, now, with 2:15 left, 2:13 to go, excuse me.
Oh, now there's a technical. The ref's giving a technical to somebody on the bench of the 905.
If you get a T right now, that's a bonehead move. It is. It's one of the assistants. Why is the assistant even talking to the ref?
He went over to Chomshay. No, it looks like it's Chomshay.
Yeah, it is Chomshay. So Chomshay's on the bench, hasn't played in about 10 minutes, and now he just got a T. I love the kid's talent, but his basketball IQ is just not really there.
I mean, we don't know what happened there, so I wouldn't say yet. We got to figure out what happened, but he may have said something to the refs.
Well, obviously he did, because they just got a free throw, and now the lead down to 9. 97-88, so Chomshay just gave a break to Cleveland, gives them a point. Hopefully that doesn't cost them. Big Frank gets the ball, brings it over half, gives it to Gilliard. 2:06 to go in the ball game. 9:05 lead, 97-88.
What a game.
Shot clock at 10. Gilliard just burning clock. Trying to get around Darius Brown. Gilliard gets around them all and then blocked by Farron Hunt. And then AJ with the shot clock expiring tried to put it up, and that was a terrible possession by the 905.
That's a tough one. That's where the height of Gilliard, or the lack of height there, is tough. A lot of contact there, no call, good defense. You got to play on, and unfortunately AJ couldn't make that three from way out.
Well, I don't blame AJ. The ball just kind of came to him, and he looked up and saw 1 second on the shot clock. He just tossed it up. But Gilliard got his head down, not looking around. Get rid of the ball, my man. So Cleveland with it. 97-88, 1:43 to go. Tomlin puts it up for three. No, but there's a foul. Did Roden foul him? It is, and now this is a 3-point free throw. So for those unfamiliar in the G League, they don't actually take 3 free throws.
Or 2.
Yeah, they just take the 1, and it'll count for 2 or count for 3.
Right. This is more of a time thing, because they don't want the games dragging on based on free throws. Coach Jones cannot believe that foul call.
So that wasn't on the shooter, that was off the ball, because Brown's shooting.
Okay.
It is 2.
So maybe that's why they'll shoot 2 on this.
It's gone. There we go. Thank you.
They'll shoot 2 on this, I think, just because it was off ball.
It is 2.
Yeah.
Here he'll shoot. He hit the first. Mentioned Brown, well-traveled. 4 years at Cal State Northridge, 1 year at Montana State, and his final year at Utah State. Mountain West hoops, gotta love it. 7-point lead, big time possession here. 1:33 to go. 9:05, just passing the ball around, trying to burn clock. Omarui. Whoa. And he just threw Darius Brown. Gilliard, extra pass, right side. Shot clock at 3-2-1. Gilliard's got to put it up. It's off the mark. No. And Farron Hunt rips it away. Big miss for the 905. Cleveland's got life. Brown hands it off to Tomlin. Tomlin drives the bucket, throws it up, and it drops. Naquan Tomlin, 97-92. No. Cleveland creeping back in.
No high school ball? Are you serious? That's a crazy shot.
Under a minute to go. And I guess, oh my God, they took too long to get the ball over half. Jared Roden was like casually dribbling the ball, and it's a 10-second or 8-second?
Yeah.
Oh my God, brutal. So you just gave Cleveland the ball with 54 seconds to go, down trailing 5. By 5. Wow.
That's right now the 905 are faltering. They're floundering down the stretch here.
Mental errors,
making this way too close.
So Cleveland with life. Tomlin's got the ball. He needs help because you don't want the big man dribbling. Gives it to Darius Brown. Brown weaving around, looking for space. Not a good D by the 905, though. Into Tomlin. Tomlin puts it up and it drops, and it's now a 3-point ball game. 97-94, 42.4 to go.
Wow.
We're going to stay with it. We're not going to commercial with this. So a bit of a collapse here by the 905 and an impressive fight back by Cleveland. You got to love it, Drew.
You can't give up in any game that you're playing. You got to just continue to do positive things, do things that are going to make you get back in the game. And now they're moving the ball, they're going to the basket, and the 905, sometimes when you have a big lead, you kind of pull back. And I was saying, work the clock. Sometimes that works against you because you get out of a rhythm to score. So maybe that's my bad on that, saying, run the clock a little bit. But again, you've got to get good shots, and they haven't gotten good shots in the last 5-6 possessions.
Well, the atmosphere remains electric here at the Paramount Fine Food Center with a school day game, 11 a.m. tip-off. And, we had 6,000 kids here. We've still got about 5,500 of them left, and they're still well into this game, as you can hear.
Yeah, hopefully the 905 can hold on and give them the W today so they can go back to class feeling great. You love to see it, the sport of basketball. It resonates, throughout the whole country. Basketball is happening, folks, in Canada, and it's a great thing to see this. 905.
Well, back to it. 3-point ball game. 97-94 lead for the 905. They have the ball in their half. Gilliard just gets it over in time. Gilliard slows things down. 32 on the game clock. 12 on the shot clock right now. Gilliard dribbling the ball away. Gilliard pulls up, mid-range jump shot, and it drops Evan Gilliard. Big time from Gilliard. 99-94, 21 seconds to go, and now Cleveland wants the timeout.
Imagine giving the ISO to a 5'10" point guard. He stops and pops on the dime, buries the jumper, and looks at you at your bench and says, "You can't stop me."
Well, Gilliard, former first team All-Summit League at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. I love Summit League hoops. That's like Oral Roberts, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, all that.
Wow.
Good hoops.
Great mid-major action. They're usually good for about 1 or 2 upsets in the tournament every year.
Shout out to my guy Eric Henderson, the head coach of South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Interviewed him.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great team name. What is a jackrabbit? Is it just like a rabbit?
Just a rabbit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, Super Bowl Sunday, I'm sitting at home. 10 minutes before kickoff, my internet cuts out. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Yada, yada, yada. I call Bell. The next day they show up. They're like, I got a rabbit that lives under my deck. It's a wild rabbit. Yeah. It chewed my internet wire.
No, at that point.
And I feed the rabbit, so I don't mind. I put apples out for it. So I'm like, I'm feeding the damn thing, and now it's chewing my internet.
That's why you had to go watch a game.
I did. I had to go to the pub, yeah. 99-94, 905 lead Cleveland. Cleveland with the ball. Tomlin gives it to Hunt. And it hit off Hunt's knee and a big-time turnover. 905 ball.
Great defense by the 905 there. It's pretty much going to seal it. It's already a 2-possession game.
And they don't have a replay left. Farron Hunt's calling for a replay. Are they calling for a replay?
Timeout call by the Raptors.
All right, okay. Because Farron Hunt was asking, Jay, can we get a replay here?
Didn't look like it went off of Cleveland, but I think they might.
Let's take a look here on the replay up top on the scores. Oh, you cut it out.
Oh, home cooking, and I was trying to show that. They went to the logo for some reason on that replay.
I gotta love this security guy here to our left. He looks like, something you'd see in like the Russian military. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
some security guys take their job way too seriously. He's got like the paratrooper glasses.
Oh, the buzz cut.
The military boots. Yeah, he's got the brush cut. Like, this guy's taking the gig serious.
Wow. It looks like Drago.
Yes. Yeah, have you seen, what was that, Rocky IV?
Yes.
He looks identical to Ivan Drago. There you go.
Smaller guy, but man, I like his. I got to take a picture with that dude.
Well, Drew, if I can change and you can change, we can all change. There's the Rocky speech. 99-94, 14.2 to go. Inbound to Charlie Brown. They got to foul him, and they do. Now Charlie Brown will shoot some free throws.
Yeah, 905, they dodged one there. I mean, Evan Gilliard, I think, sealed the game with that pull-up jump shot. The confidence you have to have, coach calling the ISO play for you on that pull-up on a dime, hit the jumper over the outstretched arms of the defense to seal it for the 905.
They're not in the bonus, so he's not shooting. He's just inbound, and then another foul. And are we in the bonus yet? Will Gilliard now shoot with Brown? It's 12.2 to go. 905 lead by 5. Cleveland not giving up on this. And now Gilliard will shoot free throws.
We can't tell. It would be good to have team fouls up here on the Jumbotron if they could fit that in somewhere. Suggestion to the Paramount crew.
Jared Roden with 21 points for the 905. Gilliard with 13.
Make it 15, and that should seal the game.
194 6-point lead. Well, this next one will definitely ice it.
Yeah, we'll make it a 3-possession game if he makes this.
And he hits it. And Gilliard essentially clinches the win for the Raptors 905. Cleveland wants a timeout, but, I mean, barring an absolute miracle, it's a 101-94 with 12.2 to go. I don't see Reggie Miller on the floor, Drew.
Nope, it's not going to happen. Gilliard, 15 points. Reggie's nowhere to be seen. 15 points for Gilliard, man. What a performance for him. Just steady out there, manning the ship. Chandler came in and gave some good minutes as well. Defensively, I felt he was, in the right position at the right time. And, shout out Charlie Brown. Playing great defense out there. A.J. Lawson getting his, act together on both ends, as always, putting that effort. And another key basket just down the stretch is that spin layup, reverse layup by Omarui around Bates to the basket.
Well, even with 12 seconds left, the crowd still engaged and still loud. I said the last school game we get a couple weeks ago, it took me 3 days for the ringing to go away from my ears.
It's going to be the same. Might be longer after this one. There's more people in the building.
Bates is taking the inbound for Cleveland, puts up the 3. Back to the rim, no. Farron Hunt back, and then puts a short lay-in. 101-96, 5.6 to go. And they just foul him. Sometimes you just got to admit when it's it, and let it happen. So 4.3 to go. A.J. Lawson will shoot some free throws.
It's a funny game because you look like a guy like Tomlin who just fouled. And it's like things are going throughout the game. He's looking great. Team's looking good. But it's such a game of runs where you could look like you're going to win a game, and then all of a sudden your shooting goes south and the other team makes runs. And it's something where it's hard to kind of fathom it, especially when you're having a good game, to lose like this for them.
Well, some NSYNC bumping in the background, some bye. Bit of a surprise. Normally we keep it, R&B or current
coming
pop.
Back together or what? What's going on with them?
They go touring whenever they need a few bucks, they go on tour and they make like $200 million in the summer.
That's insane.
And then they don't see each other for 5 years. Well, there we go. A.J. Lawson hits the free throw. That should ice it with 4.3 to go. It's 102-96.
15 points for Lawson, 21 for Roden in the game to lead the 905. And Omarui with 18, so the two Canadians with 33, add in 4 from Gourier, 37 points from the Canucks.
Hughes corner 3, wow. And he hits it, but they said it's not going to count because he stepped out of bounds.
That's tough.
Well, with 2.4 to go, the 905 will just inbound and let this dribble away.
Come on, buddy, you're late, bro. You got to get on that.
We're trying to grab the kids here. And there we go. That'll do it. Raptors 905. They're giving some papers to the kids here, giving them the score sheet. 905 win, 102-96. Hey, what a game. What a back and forth affair. First it was Cleveland coming out red hot, just shooting threes in the first half. Then in the third quarter, 905 came back. And then fourth quarter, a little back and forth affair, and the 905 managed to close it out. This was a fun one, Drew.
This was great. Yeah. Sorry, we're giving the kids the score sheets and everything just to see the looks on their faces. Yeah. This was great from the get-go. The energy was fantastic. Love what the Raptors 905 are doing in this building. Man, it's always a pleasure to be here. 11 a.m. game, school day game. The kids are going back to school. Happy. Raptors getting the 102-96 win. Playing super well these days. Again, their defense, They let up a little bit here and there in this game because Cleveland was just shooting the lights out, but they recovered, played solid down the stretch. Shout out Evan Gilliard for that big shot, and Eugene Omarui. I think those two shots really sealed the deal for the 905.
So these two teams will play again tomorrow night, 7:30 here at the Paramount 5 Food Center. We will not be on air. There's a hockey game on air, and we're the second-class citizens.
Hey, how's that? Basketball's growing.
I know. Hey, look, it is what it is, right? It's the advertising dollars that generates, and that's that.
That's
so
what works.
We'll be back. I'm guessing probably next week. Sometimes the next one, the following week. The 21st? Okay, yeah. Thanks to our producer, Money. Well, for Drew Ebanks, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you tuning in. You've been listening to Raptors 905 Basketball here on NewsTalk Sauga 960.